We are back after a bit of a hiatus, okay? But we came back, unlike some bands we love have said they'd come back. All right.
So
We
true.
came back. And so we are here today to talk about Marvel, the resurgence of Marvel, I might argue. Thunderbolts.
Yes,
I loved it. Sydney, did you?
I loved it. Admit.
Okay. It was okay. I think we should just dive right in because that's our one topic today, Girly Pops. Also, shout out Amanda Archer because you called us out on the Instagram, out of which I run, and I did see it,
Right.
and I was like, okay, well, we have to have an
Well,
episode.
I was getting in trouble because she
Yeah.
was like, "Why isn't there an Instagram post?" I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't run the Instagram, but you should leave a message and let people know you're upset." So whoever does, I don't know who they are, whoever
I don't
runs
know who runs that, but I've
like
heard the same
upset.
person who like runs Dumois, all
Yeah,
those types of things
yeah,
runs Girly Pop Pod,
yeah.
and she's busy. She's busy, but yeah,
Uh,
but
yeah.
whoever it was saw it and got in contact with the right people, and so here we are.
Here we
But
are.
anyway, so excited to be back from our bit of a hiatus. I didn't go in with any thoughts about this movie, I think, until maybe like right up to it, because I've been kind of like not I haven't like disliked the Marvel movies lately, but they haven't been like the huge fanfare for me as they used to be. Yeah. So like when I went into this one, I was really hoping it was going to be good based on all the Rotten Tomatoes score was pretty high, critic reviews were high, like just fans were enjoying it. So that made me excited, but I still went in a little weary because I was like, there's been times where they tell me it's really good, and then I go in and I'm like, what was that?
Right. No, I
Yeah.
feel like we haven't had like a Marvel movie a hit for like a hot minute. Like I know I was super excited for like oh my God, what's it called? The Madness one with Doctor Strange.
Yes.
I was so excited, and then it was just like a flop,
I
and
did not like that one. Yeah.
it has not hit. But I love Black Widow, and
Yeah.
I love Hawkeye. Maybe that's a hot take. I love the
Oh,
Hawkeye
I loved the
show.
Hawkeye series. You and I might be
Yeah.
the only two who did.
Okay, yes, literally. That's my
Yeah.
favorite. Yeah, literally, I love that one. And with Yelena once again, and with Haley Steinfeld, like
Yeah.
so. And then I just love like Bucky and like all that. So I knew like going into this, I was like, okay, there's high hopes,
Yeah.
there's characters, really good people I like, but am I gonna like this one?
Yeah.
And I did.
I totally agree. I loved the Black Widow movie, which catches some hate sometimes. And I'm like, guys, you just hate to see a woman winning. Okay. Like, it was a good movie. Who cares if the CGI wasn't fantastic at some point? I loved the movie. And then, I loved Hawkeye. I'm so glad you did too, because I feel like no one else did. And
Yeah.
I'm upset. I don't know if we're gonna get a season two because I don't know if you saw the Jeremy Renner story the other day. But anyway, I loved that show. And then okay, this is controversial, maybe. I don't know. I did not like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like I was not a
Um,
fan. Yeah.
Uh, I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
just for the fact that like we had like I felt like it was a very like emotional story, and I just
Okay,
liked
good point. Yeah.
seeing him kind of slow down and like just like be Sam and Bucky for a little while, but I
Yeah.
think more so just because I like Sam and Bucky, not because of the show. Because like let's be real, like that there was no plot. The
There
plot
was no plot.
was gone. But also like they filmed it like in such a weird way because like they got like I think it was COVID that like interrupted,
Yeah, they kind of got the short end of the stick.
right? They had to cut like 3 episodes of plot from filming just so they could finish it.
Oh,
And
I
so
did.
like I feel like that just messed it all up. And I feel like it would have been better just to scrap it and start
Yeah.
again. And also I guess like you invested all this money and I don't know. The whole
No,
thing, and it was just it came out a mess.
I did not know that all that stuff was happening behind the scenes. I think what I didn't love was okay, like I was not a fan of John Walker, but like he was a good villain, but like he kind of pissed me off. But more so, I didn't like the other villain group. Like
Yeah.
that villain group really just got on my nerves, which I think is why I didn't like it. But I enjoyed like the new Captain America movie. where Falcon's taken over as Captain America. I really enjoyed that one. But still I left the theater kind of like not wanting to instantly go back and rewatch it.
So,
This one, I left the theater and you and I already said we're like we were planning to go back and rewatch it. Like it was that good. And yeah, like I think, like you were saying, it had strong characters like Yelena, Bucky. People love them. But then it was pulling people out of like the woodwork. Like Ghost, I completely forgot about. Uh,
right?
yeah. John Walker, never wanted to see again. But he was kind of like he was still like cocky in this, but he was like he was funny. Like, yeah. And then
I didn't realize until after the movie. So Wyatt Russell, who plays John Walker, and Hannah came in, who plays Ava, who's Ghost. They
yeah.
were in a Black Mirror episode together.
Yes. And they were like
As
together,
a
right?
couple. And
Yes.
like, why was I in the film? I was like, wait, what's going on here, y'all? What's going on?
We need to talk about ships that we might have noticed in a second too,
Yes,
because I don't
no.
know if I'm picking up on things or if I'm not picking up on things. But also, before we get to that, I was so excited for Geraldine Vishwanathan to be getting the hype she finally deserves because I've been on the train for her since the Broken Hearts Gallery. Have you ever watched that?
Her, or she was also in Blockers.
Yes, yes, and she was just in the You're Cordially Invited film with
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. Yeah, I'm so glad to see her like finally getting her flowers. And so that was I hope we see her again too. Yeah, and there's been room and she was supposed to be Ao was supposed to play her and then like scheduling conflicts fell out, but I'm happy with Geraldine. But okay, should we just give like our overall thoughts and then go into the ships thing? Okay. Would you like to go first?
Oh my God. Okay, well, I
I feel
just
like I
thought
passed
like
you the talking stick.
right, I'm like, wait, okay.
Okay.
I feel like overall I just like loved this movie because it was just so emotional. I feel like they just knew how to pull your heartstrings, but it wasn't like it just wasn't like trying to do too much. Like it was a very simple premise with like a very simple cast. Like no one has like these crazy powers except for like obviously Sentry. Like that's the
Yeah.
whole. But like also like even like any of like the things they needed to do like that were kind of like otherworldly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was all very simple, I feel like, and very just like didn't like try to like be too much, which I think Marvel needed a film kind of like Hawkeye in a way where it was like very just like simple action. I feel like they needed a movie like that, and like that I think worked really well for this. And I thought it was just such a smart film, like having like the shame rooms and like the way they represented mental illness like through the void and like just all like the different nods to like all the different characters, like this found family trope, which like Marvel is like obviously like so known for. I think they just did it in like such a refreshing and new way that didn't feel like any of their other movies that I was like, wait, yes, we are entering a new era of Marvel. Also, I have to say, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was such a good villain.
I'm like kind of obsessed with
Like, I'm
it.
obsessed with Valentina in like the worst ways, and Geraldine was like the perfect sidekick.
Yes. She's
Um,
so
and
messy,
then- yes.
Julia. Like she's one
Oh,
step
yes.
ahead. And I kind of love it for it. Like she's like the
And the hair, I think
yes.
next year we're gonna see a politician without their hair like that, and I'm gonna be like,
We're gonna be like, we know what that is.
come down here. So, yeah.
It's so
So
funny.
what did you think?
Oh my gosh. Well, I agree with you on everything. I did not know it was going to be such a movie about mental health awareness. And
Oh,
then it's
but they
so good. It
did
was
Mental Health Awareness Month. Like,
yes. They really snuck it in there. Like they completely got it past me, but then once I realized that's what it was about, like it was so beautiful. Like the scene at the end with Bob and like, oh my God, first of all, when Yelena like does the crazy like run through all the stuff in the air and she hits the Black Widow pose. I don't know if you noticed that for like a split second.
uh,
And then like they all go and hug him, or they also I can't remember if this became before or after, but when they all showed up in the shame rooms and like I think it was like Ghost cut the curtain to save them and like they all came back for him. I just yeah, I really liked that. Another thing that I really did enjoy, like you said, is they weren't all powerful beings, like except for Bob at times. Like they like I liked how grounded they were because that means they're just humans for the most part, you know? Because I feel like sometimes with these Marvel movies, maybe that's what's been the disconnect is like they're so powerful that like there seems like it almost feels like there's no threats anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, well, I don't know, Doctor Strange literally can do anything, pull anything out of midair, like we're gonna be fine. But these were humans who were trying to help, you know, with very like limited capabilities. And so I really liked that. I I just love Yelena and Red Guardian, and I was so happy they brought them back together. Like I didn't ever really thought we were gonna get Red Guardian back, but I loved it. Like I'm such a David Harbour fan, and he's so funny. He carried all the laughs, in my opinion. Yeah, and then the final thing that I'll say just in my overview is that's another thing I liked is it was never begging for your laughs. Like I feel like a lot of times like with these movies in recent years, it's either they'll go really dramatic where there's almost no laughs, or they'll go way too goofy to where it's not funny anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I liked that they found like that middle ground again. And like, because like, I don't know if you remember, but like Ant-Man Quantumania was just so goofy. Like it was hard, or like same with Thor, Love and Thunder. It wasn't my favorite. They were both just so goofy. And then hot take by me. Also, like Guardians of the Galaxy, the final one was so serious that I kind of had a hard time because I kind of knew them for being funny, you know? So I feel like this found like a good middle ground.
Yeah.
We need to talk about the asterisks. Did you have any idea what the asterisk was going to be?
No, and like
Yeah.
I was like I kept started seeing like, everyone posting like, oh my gosh, like the asterisks. Like,
Yeah.
there, I loved your TikTok where you're like, got it.
Which David and Julia saw.
Yes, which is
Dude,
crazy.
I was freaking out. We were like heading to the wedding and we were like, what do you mean Hopper's seen us? What do you mean we were on his
Right. I love it. What do you mean Elaine from Seinfeld has seen?
Hopper and Elaine in a group chat, maybe?
Right, right. Oh no. But no, I didn't know that was what it was gonna be. And
I I
I was
was thinking so much lower. Like you know how like all the ads were like Wheaties boxes? I
yes,
thought it was like a nutritional facts thing. Like like it was gonna be something really stupid, like may contain nuts or something, you know? Like yeah.
oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, but I love it. Do you think they're like the new Avengers? Or because there's people who are like online going like not my Avengers or all that stuff. Yeah.
It sounds like based on the post-credit scene that
Mm.
like Sam is like making his own group
Yeah.
more. So now I'm like, wait, like, are we gonna have like two and like obviously with Doomsday, like we're getting all these people back together.
Yeah.
I'm like, are we gonna have like two new Avengers? Like,
Yeah. Maybe we'll have like a Civil War thing again.
right?
Yeah. Because also Sam and Bucky are fighting, which I just can't handle.
Or I saw the best edit and it was
Yeah.
like, why are Sam and Bucky so party for you coded? And it's
Send it to me, please. Send it to me, Rachel. Yeah. Oh my God.
so
Stop.
yeah, yeah. So that post also can we talk about Bucky's hair?
Oh my God, the Dyson Airwrap moment. Like, why was his hair eating? Okay. And why is
Like,
my crush on
why
Bucky
we
back?
didn't like that the whole film? Why do we have? But
No,
I will say I did love when he was at the party and he had his slick back moment.
Bucky. I just love him. I just love Bucky. I saw him and Tom Hiddleston are the only two Marvel actors to have been in every single phase,
Oh my God, true.
which is really cool. Yeah. Like that man runs Marvel. Let's be for real. Like, also when he showed, I kind of forgot Bucky was going to be a part of the Thunderbolts. So when he showed up with his big like motorcycle thing, I was like, this is so cool. I love him.
Love it.
Yeah. Also, him being, I know they like introduced that in the Captain America movie, but like him being a government official was so out of left field. Like, I did not
Like
think.
it's also kind of crazy because can't canonly he killed JFK. Like, aren't you like a war criminal? Like, how can you like be a government official? I was like, oh, okay. That was probably the biggest part of the movie. Where I was like,
Also, like, didn't he like bomb the UN? At least his
yeah,
body did.
yeah, like I was like, oh, He could
Oh,
be
okay.
like
Yeah.
also
But you
your
know what?
senator. Yes, he
Like, you know
could
what?
be a senator. Okay, but you know what? Yeah.
We love Bucky. Yeah,
Uh,
it is nice and air wrap. Drop the tutorial. Wait, I saw a really funny edit too where it it was a Bucky with his air wrap, and then I don't know if they didn't have them zoomed in as much, but Ava and Yelena both were rocking bobs as well. And so it was like the wasn't Ava calling you Bob? And it just kept showing all of them and then it just showed Bob.
Also,
Yeah.
talk about how this is Louis Pullman's second big blockbuster as a Bob.
Bro, like
Like,
what is he has to name like his firstborn
every
Bob.
time. Every
No, he also like I love that he tried to ask if they could change his name and they were like no. They were like actually no. He was like, well, he was like, oh, I'd love to do this, but like I feel like people are gonna make fun of me if I'm like played a Bob in like the span of under 4 years, like twice. And they were like, that's great, but no.
it has a Bob. Sorry.
No, but it's such a comedic name. And like we need to talk about him for a second. He was just phenomenal. Like he's my new crush,
Oh
obviously.
yeah.
Yeah. And like I thought he was a cutie as Bob in Top Gun too. Yeah. But oh my God, Kaya Gerber, lucky girl, lucky girl.
Yeah. Literally. Oh, I was so happy they brought young Yelena back. Violet,
Yes.
like getting ready for Megan, like 2.0, and like
Oh
I'm
my
like
God, I forgot that's her. Yeah.
all the work. Like Violet is eating up Hollywood right now.
No, I love her. She looks so much like Florence Pugh too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, I just liked Bob's storyline because, like, I don't know, he was clearly like the villain, but I like that they didn't make him full villain. Like, he was just someone who needed help. And, like, I hope he is like a part of the new Avengers. I haven't been able to pick up if he is or if he's not, but
I
that's
love
what,
it. And then he's like, but I did the dishes.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, thanks, Mom. Yeah.
Um, I am so curious to see though how the Fantastic Four and the new Avengers get bridged together.
Oh my God, that end credit scene was so good.
So many questions. I am so ready for Fantastic Four. And I think that this movie made me even more excited for Fantastic Four because
Oh, for sure.
yeah, we back.
No, like this like brought back like a giddiness for going to Marvel movies that I had lost.
Same.
Like I genuinely like even talking about this now, I'm like, wait, like why did like this was a franchise I loved and I loved talking about and geeking over. But for like a couple years, I feel like the plot was kind of lost. So I'm just so happy it's back. And oh my God, Fantastic Four is gonna be so good.
Oh,
Like also, do we think we'll see RDJ in Fantastic Four or no?
ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe like an end credit scene.
I feel like yeah, I feel like an end credit scene, I don't think in the actual movie.
Yeah. I saw a crazy, my friend Kara, who I saw Thunderbolts with, sent me a really cool theory this morning on Instagram, which again, like I had not even looked at those in years. And now I'm like so
Yeah.
excited to watch them again. But anyway, it was basically like, what if, like RDJ is playing Doctor Doom because I don't know if you remember, but like when Endgame came out and they went back in time and Tony meets his dad in like the 60s or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, well, he's talking to his father who doesn't know he's talking to his son, and he's saying his wife's expecting a son, but then like Tony makes this really weird look on his face, like because like the math doesn't math is what it kind of looks like. Like it doesn't make sense that his son's about to be born. Like the baby's
Yeah.
like coming too early or maybe too late. I don't know. So anyway, the theory is that because people like for years have been like, why was Tony so perplexed by his own birth? Like, and so people think maybe he has a brother that they didn't know about or was sick and like sent away. And that brother is who RDJ is going to be playing. And he like watched Iron Man his whole life be like the hero and stuff. And then that sent him into this spiral and that makes him Doctor Doom or something. But
That honestly would make so much sense.
yeah, and that'd be if I mean like I don't think they've had it planned that far back unless they have. I don't know. But
Oh.
yeah. And in the comics, apparently Tony does have a brother who gets like sent away and stuff. So maybe. But anyway, I think Fantastic Four is gonna be so good. And I just it was like so like Endgame, like Infinity War coded when like their ship showed up and like everyone in our theater was like, ah, you know.
No, literally. It was such
Yeah.
a fun like movie to watch like in a theater too. Like, I feel like everyone is so into it and like I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah. No, and I was so like I feel like the mystery for years has been like who bought Avengers Tower. And like of course it was Valentina.
Of course. She would. She
Yeah,
literally
she would. She's just been using it for like storage. Wait, also like why was Taskmaster even in this?
Hey, that was
That's one thing
like,
I have beef
yeah,
with. Yeah.
just for her to die, like that was crazy. Like I
Not
was
even like 20 minutes in.
literally like,
And
dang.
she's in like all the promo.
On the poster, the original poster.
Was on the video of Florence like revealing the title change.
Yeah, like
Maybe that'll come back to bite them. Like maybe she'll come back even more mad and she'll be a villain again.
I
But I don't know, she looks pretty dead.
got like incinerated.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
Huh.
Good point.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, RIP, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
So
Should we talk about potential ships we saw? Like you. Okay.
I am so down.
Okay. I do. Okay, I picked up on the John Walker Ava one, but I also picked up there were people on TikTok saying Ava and Bucky.
I could see it.
I could see
I
it.
could see it.
Yeah.
But to them, I throw Bucky and Mel.
Oh, that's the one I support though. That's the one I want. She was always like Bucky.
And
And you know what? I would be
I'm
too.
like, I know that she stabbed him in the back.
Yeah.
I know it, guys. Come on. But like, I think now they whispered into Valentina's ear, like, we own you now. So obviously they're gonna keep collaborating with Valentina.
Yes.
But like now they're in control.
And like Bucky didn't have to go help her.
No. Now Mal's gonna be part of their like business as the new Avengers.
Yeah.
There's room for them to get closer.
I did see, I was picking up on that too. And Kara and I, the whole time, we were like, is this a vibe? Or are we just like wanting Bucky to be happy?
Right?
Yeah.
Girl, girl.
No, but I think there's something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Yelena and Bob. I
Like
want it to
I
happen.
happen to.
I
I
really want it to happen.
together and like I could get like not wanting to because like like but also I just think they need to.
I think like there needs to be some kind of little romance in Marvel to come back because there hasn't been much.
Yeah.
Like, and I think they have just great chemistry, like Florence Pugh and Lewis Pullman in all their interviews and stuff. I think that'd be one that people would get behind.
Right?
Like I can't remember the last like good Marvel ship in the past couple years that people were like so hard,
Right?
like Steve and Peggy or Pepper and Tony or any of those, you know? So we need one, and I think they'd be good. But unless if it's just platonic, I'll take it. But
No, I see it.
yeah. Alrighty. Well, I'm trying to think. Do we have any closing statements? Who do you think we'll see as a team up in Doomsday?
Mhm.
Like with them showing the Fantastic Four is obviously about to show up.
Yeah.
I feel like Red Guardian will have a really funny interaction with Pedro Pascal's. Um, also, Joseph Quinn and David Harbour, a little mini Stranger Things reunion. It's gonna mean everything to me. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's cute. That's
yeah,
cute. Love
yeah.
it. Uh, ooh, I'm trying to think. I feel like also Red Guardian, maybe he'd just be funny with everyone, but I feel like he's gonna be
Oh,
funny
yeah.
with the Rock guy.
Oh my God, with the thing. Yes, that'd be so good. Also, like, I feel like Bob and who's like so timid and like Johnny Storm, who Joseph Quinn's playing, is so like arrogant. That might be kind of funny. Oh, John Walker and Johnny Storm could have like a cockiness feud.
True.
Yeah,
True.
yeah,
And I feel like Susan Storm and Yelena will kind of like maybe butt heads at first, but I also feel
yeah.
like they'll do something together.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so excited. Like I honestly, I know those are like the two main teams, and then what we'll have like Captain America. I forget his.
Sam is cooking. I mean,
Yeah.
Ant-Man
Oh
probably.
yeah. Okay,
Already
I feel like Sam's maybe making like the Young Avengers that they've been hinting at, you know?
true.
What's his friend's name? His little sidekick, who's also in Top Gun.
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember his name in the movies. I know his
Oh,
real
Danny
name.
Ramirez?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like him, Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
Oh my God, and Kate Bishop and Yelena reunion would be so funny.
I would love.
Uh, Also, like, where's Jeremy Renner? Like, why does he keep getting left out of the big giant movies? He wasn't in Infinity War.
I know it's
Yeah.
literally insane.
But yeah, whatever. But anyway, I'm so excited. And Marvel, I can confidently think we could say Marvel's back. Yeah,
Like, if not permanently, at least for a little while.
for this phase,
We'll take
we will have some fun. Yeah.
it out.
But I don't even know what phase we're in at this point. If we're in four, five, six,
No.
I don't know. I've lost count. I think we're past four. I don't know. Yeah.
At this point, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was our review. We're going in for round two, not too far from now, so we'll give you our thoughts again. But okay, that's it for now, girly pops, and we won't disappear for 5 weeks again. We'll be back.
okay. Sorry,
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Amanda. Yeah.
guys.